The Roman Empire was a large and powerful political entity that lasted from 27 BC to 476 AD. It was founded by Augustus Caesar and was centered in the city of Rome, which was the capital of the empire. The Roman Empire was known for its military conquests, architectural advancements, and political and legal systems, which had a lasting impact on Western civilization. Thank you for reading. We would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more updates and content. At its peak, the Roman Empire spanned 3 continents and included much of Europe, Western Asia, and Northern Africa. It was ruled by an emperor, who held absolute power and was advised by a senate. The empire was divided into 2 parts, the Western Roman Empire, which declined and fell in the 5th century, and the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, which lasted until the 15th century. The Roman Empire was known for its road network, aqueducts, monumental architecture, such as the Colosseum, and its legal system, which was codified in the 12 Tables and later expanded upon by the Justinian Code. The empire was also known for its contributions to language, with Latin being used as the language of the state and the church. The decline of the Roman Empire was caused by a combination of factors, including economic decline, military decline, internal political struggles, and invasion by barbarian tribes. The Western Roman Empire officially ended in 476 AD, when the last emperor, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by the Germanic king Odoacer. Despite its decline and fall, the legacy of the Roman Empire lives on. Its architecture, language, and legal systems continue to influence the world today. The Roman Empire was controlled by a series of emperors, with the first being Augustus, who came to power in 27 BC. The Roman Empire was one of the largest and most powerful empires in history, controlling much of Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa at its height. Throughout its history, the Roman Empire was ruled by a series of strong emperors who maintained control through a combination of military power, political savvy, and administrative efficiency. Some of the most famous emperors include Julius Caesar, who laid the foundation for the Roman Empire, and Constantine the Great, who converted the empire to Christianity. As the empire grew, so did its problems. Political corruption and economic decline weakened the empire, and by the 5th century AD, the western part of the empire had fallen to invading Germanic tribes. The eastern part of the empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, continued for another 1,000 years, but it was a shadow of its former self. The Roman Empire was controlled by a series of powerful emperors throughout its history, but its eventual decline was due to a combination of political corruption, economic decline, and invading tribes. If you want to know more news that happens in the world, subscribe to the channel and leave your opinion on the subject. The political history of the ancient Roman Empire is characterized by a complex series of events that saw the rise and fall of various emperors, factions, and political systems. The Roman Republic, which preceded the empire, was established in 509 BC and lasted for nearly 500 years. During this time, the Roman government was a complex system of checks and balances, with 2 consuls serving as joint heads of state and a senate made up of wealthy patricians serving as a legislative body. In the 1st century BC, Julius Caesar rose to power as a military leader and established himself as the first emperor of Rome. Under the rule of Caesar and his successor Augustus, the Roman Republic was transformed into an empire, with Augustus serving as the first emperor and wielding absolute power. Throughout the following centuries, the Roman Empire was characterized by a series of strong emperors who maintained control through a combination of military power, political savvy, and administrative efficiency. However, as the empire grew, so did its problems. Political corruption and economic decline weakened the empire, and by the 5th century AD, the western part of the empire had fallen to invading Germanic tribes. In conclusion, the political history of the ancient Roman Empire is characterized by the rise and fall of various emperors, factions, and political systems, with the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire being a key turning point in its history. Despite its power and influence, the empire was ultimately weakened by political corruption and economic decline, leading to its eventual collapse. The end of the Roman Empire was marked by a combination of factors, including economic decline, military decline, and political instability. The empire was also plagued by internal conflicts and invasions by barbarian tribes, which put a strain on its resources and weakened its ability to defend itself. Ultimately, the empire was divided into two parts, with the western half falling into decline and eventual collapse, while the eastern half, known as the Byzantine Empire, continued for several more centuries. To conclude, the end of the Roman Empire was a complex and multifaceted process, shaped by a range of internal and external factors. Despite its many challenges, however, the legacy of the Roman Empire endures to this day, influencing the development of modern Western culture and shaping the world in countless ways. If you like stories, subscribe to the channel and leave a like to always receive video notifications. And to help the channel grow,